The comic is darker, and the movie is, like I said, a comedy too. So it's different in tone a lot, and they add some characters and do whatever they do for movies. But you know what? Red was really funny.
It was hilarious.
One of the funniest movies I saw this year.
Like, Morgan Freeman is really funny. John Malkovich is funny as hell.
They're all funny. And there's some badassery in it, you know?
Yeah.
So it pretty much succeeds on both levels.
Could have done with a little more badassery, I think was it not the general consensus when we got out? But the stuff that was in there was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I think it doesn't get enough love because I think it's one of the, well, it's the best action comedy of the year, at least I think.
Nah.
Well, one of.
Yeah.
I don't know what mine. Whatever. Anyway, it's still really good. Whatever.
Oh, absolutely. No question about it. Red was absolutely. I thought it was really great. It's always a treat to see Bruce Willis. Actually, everyone that was in that movie, Helen Mirren included, who I haven't seen a lot of stuff with her, it's a treat to see every single one of them, and then to see the four of them together, it's four treats rolled into one. So yeah, absolutely. And that was what, your 15? 16. Right. My number 15, I think we're making fairly good time. I don't know, half an hour. Sit back and enjoy. My number 15 on the year was The Last Exorcism. One of those horror movies that's kind of contentious because it's like, it's an exorcism movie. And yeah, I get it, because there's been a lot of exorcism movies, Exorcism of Emily Rose, all kinds of stuff. But this was one of the best put together horror movies. Strictly a horror movie that's not like wasn't like a remake of anything. One of the best put together horror movies I've ever seen. It's shot in that handy-cam style, which a lot of people don't like, but a lot of people do like. I think maybe movies are doing it a little too much now, but whatever. It's still a really nice style to see. It was fun to watch. It was a little scary in parts, but not overly. Had a really interesting idea to it. It didn't, at no point really did anything feel, like tacked on. Like it felt like the drama to it was real. The reactions were real. Then you get to the end, and the end is a little strange. Not gonna lie. I didn't know how I felt about the end for a couple of weeks after I saw the movie. It was just like, that was either a great ending or a horrible ending. I think I settled somewhere in the middle. I thought it was, the ending was, I'm not going to spoil anything about the ending, but it was an interesting road to go. It's not the road that I would have gone, but I thought it was an interesting thing to do. And just so I kind of sort of left it at that. But like I say, one of the best put together horror movies I've seen in a long time. So that's my number 15.
Whereas this guy thinks that the handycam thing is kind of I personally love this stuff. When I think about the best horror movies I've seen, maybe my whole life, there's 4 or 5 of them that rank really high that are shot in this style. Yeah. Like there's Blair Witch, there's Paranormal Activity 1, there's The Last Exorcism, which isn't on my list, but I do really like it. That just speaks for the quality of the other movies. Because I came out of The Last Exorcism and I was pretty pumped. And we talked about it and figured out the story and it all gelled.
Yeah.
Another movie or two that are shot in this style. And I personally am just a big fan. I'm not as big of a horror movie guy as you. But my preference, I think, in horror movies is this documentary style. Now, mind you, I don't want to see every horror movie doing this.
No.
If like all the horror movies come out and they're the same style, I'm gonna be fucking sick of it too. But I don't think it's overused, so we disagree on that. But we don't disagree on the quality. I'm not 100%
sure if it's overused at this point. I just fear that it's getting there. But
I think
we'll have to see
for
a little while.
Overuse it.
Yeah.
We don't see that many movies with the style. Seen a couple like over the last few years, but whatever. Anyway, but we don't disagree that the movie's really good.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Number 15 for you.
My number 15
Captain.
is Let Me In, which I'm kind of a little iffy on putting because it's not a shot-for-shot remake or anything of the movie, but it's basically the other movie, the foreign movie. Let the Right One In. I was a big... I pimped Let the Right One In when I first saw it. Before everyone else started seeing it. No, I don't know. But I did pimp it a lot to people. And
It's the only reason I watched it.
Oh, was it?
Pretty much. You were like, you have to watch this movie. All right.
It is Let the Right One In was a really fantastic movie.
Oh,
and
God,
I was scared about Let Me In because I thought they might butcher it. It's basically the same movie as Let the Right One In. I'm rating it lower because I think when you take a movie that's already been made and do a lot of similar stuff, you get it knocked down a bit. Not that it's really that much worse.
No.
It's just...
I have the same philosophy, and I see a lot of places that actually rank Let Me In higher than Let the Right One In because it's like, oh well, but you know they did everything that the other guys did and did it better. And I was like, all right, well that's a cool idea, but I lock in on a key phrase there. They did everything that the other movie did.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, it's when it's already been written, I can't really bring myself to rate the second movie higher than the original.
Yeah,
I just can't do it.
Like if we did this whatever year Let the Right One In came in, Let the Right One In would be in my top 10.
Easy.
Whereas this is what, 15?
Yeah.
But I'm happy Let Me In was made, although I don't like the title, but I know they have to change it. But I mean, I don't like the title as much as the original, but I am happy they made it because now American audiences have seen the movie and maybe they'll seek out Let the Right One In, which needs some support.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I don't know, but
We'll send a shout out there and say, hopefully anybody watching this video is not one of these mooks that's like, it's a foreign language movie. I can't handle subtitles.
a lot of people
the hell with you guys, by the way.
a lot of people are like that, and I can
Yeah.
understand not wanting to read your movies, but at the same time, you're
I
missing
hate that expression. Fuck, I hate that expression. I don't like reading my movies. Well, you're not fucking reading it. Reading a movie is called a book.
Well, you can't read it. But either way, you're missing out on a lot of good movies if you don't indulge once in a while. Yeah, so that was my number 15.
Cool. My number 14 is one that you've already mentioned. My number 14 on the year is Red. I thought it was a really cool concept to take, you know, the one character from the comic book, basically split him into four, taking, you know, basically different aspects of this one guy's character and splitting them off into four characters, with the three kind of lesser characters sort of with the volume turned up. I remember reading that was someone's analysis.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I agree with that.
No?
No, now it sounds like I'm calling you out.
No.
But you didn't read the comic yet, did you?
No, I didn't. I haven't read the
out.
comics. So like, this is really just calling out this.
And then I'm calling out this guy
that I'm passing on as my own. No.
Well, it's a good thought. I don't see.
Yeah,
I don't.
okay.
I don't agree. I'm sorry.
Right.
I just like. Sorry.
Oh no worries. So let's put it this way: it's a cool idea to have taken that character of Frank, and it was Frank, wasn't it?
I can't remember what. I don't know if it
I
was
think
Frank.
it was Frank.
See, now I'm thinking if maybe that guy's right or not. I don't know. Now I'm going to think about it all video. I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to read my movies.
Red. No, and just kind of, you know, giving him more people to play off of. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was a really cool idea, and I think it's a comic that deserved recognition because I've heard it's a fantastic comic. Just a really, just genuinely funny movie, and one of these ones that the trailer or the movie cashed the checks that the trailer wrote for it, because the trailer wrote some pretty hefty checks because it was a really good trailer, and the movie definitely cashed them. Red, really funny. Always like seeing Bruce Willis. Always like seeing, you know, everybody really that was in it.